Hi, my name is Mark Bernot, and I'm a monetary economist, and I sold all my cryptocurrency this morning. And I sold my wife's cryptocurrency, too. I don't know if I had full permission, but I sold it. We had Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we had been investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum and crypto since 2017. The reason I sold it, I'll tell you why. First, I'm going to tell you the reason why I invested. In 2017, monetary economist teaching college, kind of an Austrian-esque economist, Swedish economist. And I felt that it was an endogenous type of money that you would find under a free banking system in like Scotland or America in the 1800s. And this is where institutions, private institutions, issued currency and people used it, and it was backed by gold most often. And anything that wasn't secure or good was vetted out in the process of the free market. It was a very good control of supply and demand. And supply and demand was governed by the money. Supply was governed by supply and demand. So you didn't have an overexpansion of credit or an underexpansion. Generally, you had low inflation and strong GDP growth. I also, not thrilled with the Federal Reserve monetary policy all the time. And on a theoretical level, I might oppose the ideas of some of the stringent Keynesian ideas of monetary expansion and increasing the debt. I prefer a classical gold standard. So I said, why not? Jump on the bandwagon. Everybody's doing it. The millennials are doing it. Xers are doing it. I can too, right? And I did make some money on cryptocurrency, but I'm out. And the reason I'm out is this. When I invested, I thought it would be like a new medium of exchange. That didn't happen. It's more just an asset. And what stopped that is it's classified as an investment asset, not a currency or a medium of exchange or accepted. So you have to pay capital gains. So every time I want to buy bubblegum at the store, with crypto, I have to pay a capital gains, figure out my cost basis, and it complicates the issue. And I know there's tax mitigation around it. But it became just strictly a speculative asset. But most important, the reason, zero-sum game and maybe a little bit of negative-sum game because of transaction costs. So most important, the reason I stopped investing and will not invest probably in the future and sold all my cryptocurrency is this. Ethical reasons. What good is it if a person gains the world but loses their soul in the process? I don't know what this cryptocurrency is involved in. When I look at it objectively and honestly, the free banking in the 1800s was fairly transparent. Most currency things are transparent, and I like transparency. As an academic, I always believe in transparency, even for my academic research, so it can be replicated. People can see what I'm doing. Crypto is not transparent. I don't know who's investing. I do know the top user acceptance in countries such as India's number. I think it's India. Depending on what you look at, everybody will tell you a different story. India is number one, probably China, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, Nigeria, and Russia. Are these the countries you want to be doing business with? What are they doing? What is so hot in Colombia or Afghanistan or Bangladesh that, people need to do transactions in a non-transparent way? What are, India and China doing and importing into the U.S. that you have to do a transaction in a non-transparent way? You have to ask yourself, Russian oligarchs, are they trying to avoid sanctions? There's no direct evidence. This is not a peer-reviewed, double-blind meta-analysis study. But, in my humble opinion, the sniff test, I think a lot of people are trying to avoid sanctions and do, black market type activities with cryptocurrency. Even if it's a small percentage, and a lot of people out there are very honest and, believe like I do in a little bit more free market, the sniff test doesn't pass for me. Too many people are doing it. And I think it's an avenue where it gets easier and easier, and the price is going up. It has an inelastic supply curve, but a elastic demand curve. The price is going up specifically because people are jumping on the bandwagon with avoiding sanctions. Maybe there's some speculation involved, ETFs, but there's better use for my personal money. I mean, I grow potatoes, I try to create value, teach economics, try to create value. But when you're dealing with cryptocurrency, it's speculative, it's questionable, it's maybe black market involved. And, I wasn't born yesterday. So I know what's going on in this crypto market. And other arguments is that it has a big carbon footprint. I mean, it has hundreds of THWs. You can say gigawatts or hertz or whatever, Back to the Future. It just creates a huge amount of carbon footprint with this mining and electricity. Over 60% are fossil fuels involved in this. And you look at the miners around the world, they're involved in these countries which are usually oil-rich like Russia. So they're consuming. It's not transparent. It's not the free banking of the 1800s. There's little regulation. And I personally would rather put my money into something positive, change the world, make it a better place. And yeah, it will probably continue to go up, maybe. And you can make a lot of money, and maybe, it'll be $1 million. But I won't regret my decisions, because every decision I ever made that was ethically based, in my heart of hearts, I don't regret. No matter what the win, lose, or draw, I win. And so this is why I sold my cryptocurrency. I sold my wife's cryptocurrency. We're out. If I want to invest, I could invest in land, grow an apple orchard. I could invest in stocks that I believe in. If you want to hedge against inflation, what about gold? What about a bond fund? My goodness, if you have 3.2% inflation right now, treasuries are definitely higher than that. You can get bond funds 200 basis points ahead of inflation, and especially if it's diversified, pretty safe hedge, I'd say. So what about use case? Oh, well, it's digital. Well, what about Apple Pay? What about Google Pay? What about PayPal even? All these things are transparent, trusted, and, they're denominated in the unit of account, which is dollars, which is fine by me because I'm not looking to get a new unit of account. So this beta is high. There's a lot of speculation. It's a zero-sum game. There's no reason, for me to invest in it unless I just want to roll the dice metaphorically, but mostly because for ethical considerations. Think about what's happening in the geopolitical structure of the world today. Think about if you want to be fueling that, participating in that, increasing the demand so price goes high. So who is winning and who is losing? What about, that top percentage of people who are like oligarchs in Russia, and what are they doing with their money? Where is it going? So that's the reason. My name is Mark Bernot. I'm a monetary economist. Thank you very much. Have a great day.